Hello and welcome to Manic Money Finance. I know it's been about a week since I've been on, people. I have to apologize. Things have been crazy at work. I know I still work a 9 to 5. As Andrew Tate would say, I'm still a wage slave. I'm still making money. I'm still contributing to my retirement. And I still get time to do my extracurriculars. So, whatever, you know? So, some crazy stuff's been going on in the stock market, the markets in general, cryptocurrency. It's been insane, to say the least. Oh, the volume levels are good. They're good, people. I'm going to go ahead and share this bad boy to Facebook on my phone. But yes, people, this stuff has been insane. Absolutely insane. So you're probably wondering, well, what the hell is this guy talking about? Well, I'm going to show you right now. I think the best thing that I can show you at the moment is Bitcoin, because that has felt the brunt of Trump more than anything. And this is wild. So you're looking at the chart with me right now, right? And if you're a charter, you're getting wrecked. And you're going to see certain patterns like this cup and handle action here, which is a 95% win rate. I mean, if you're not buying into that, you're stupid. Absolutely stupid. Like you could have bought in. Let's go back to the 1 month here. You could have bought in here in this handle. See this cup and handle action. I mean, it is a pretty violent V-shaped correction, but this is still a cup and handle action. And you could have waited to buy in till you got that round bottom that makes us money. And you see how this thing shoots up. Right here, Trump posted about cryptocurrency on one of the platforms. I don't know what platform exactly. Could have been X, could have been Twitter. Who cares? I'm eating dinner. I don't care. Ground turkey, people. Lean proteins. Up your testosterone. Unless you're a woman. Lean proteins are still good for you, though. They're good for everyone. Good for the entire family. Could care less. So this is pretty wild. So basically, the crypto strategic reserve of the federal government was priced into this. And you saw we had this nice tight action here. The problem was this kept bouncing off the bottom of this cone. Right? These cones are probably the best thing. So if it keeps revisiting the bottom of this cone and it only bounces off of it a couple times, you can be assured. You saw this round top here. It's going down, baby. And why did it go down? Two things. It was completely news driven, because if you were watching the chart, you probably would have thought that once this started happening here and this started going up, we're going to launch out of this cone and we're going to be up over 100K again. There was nothing in the charts to tell you that this thing was going to plummet. It was the strategic reserve was not being talked about. Bitcoin, all that stuff, not being talked about. When Trump got elected back in November, well, let's see this back in November here, they were talking about a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Elon Musk got appointed as the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, literally called Doge. So obviously, people are going to be buying into this crazy thing. And it just didn't happen. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. But they stopped talking about it. So we consolidated and then we just plummeted. And then we had the Bybit hack. So in all actuality, let's look at the date of this, right? Monday, the 24th of February in 2025. look up the Bybit hack when it happened. 5 days ago, they're talking about the Bybit hack. Oh, the Bybit hack happened February 22nd in 2025. This was a completely news-driven hack, right? The Bybit hack happened 2 days before crypto crashed. We were funneling into a tight fundamental pattern, which should have seen crypto launching up. And it didn't happen because why? Because of news. News that was accessible to you 2 days before this drop. Anytime there's a hack of an exchange, especially when it's billions of dollars, the price is going to tank. It's going to freaking tank. Not only that, our freaking economic fundamentals weren't there either. I keep trying to tell you people, dude, this stuff's all news driven. You'll get your charters, man. Oh my God, it's so annoying. Freaking charters, dude. They will look at a chart and they think, like, this is a crystal ball. Like, I can just sit here using this crystal ball that is a chart that everybody has access to. And if you look at this chart right now, you're going to see all kinds of patterns in that bad boy, right? There's 8, 10, 12 different patterns. Buy side inefficiencies, sell side inefficiencies. It's all mumbo jumbo BS. Because every single buy side inefficiency that fills, every single gap that fills, there is 2 to 3 that don't fill. But they won't tell you about that. They'll act like they know what's going on, and they don't post about it till after it's already happened. Sometimes 8, 12 hours after it's happened. I'm telling you right now, this crap, this stuff, it's all news driven, man. Wake the F up. Like, people who make like money doing this stuff, they're watching the freaking news, dude. You know what I mean? It's crazy. All right, I got to tone down, apparently. I'm going a little too hard. The the audio is washing out a bit. I'm going to just share this on the So obviously, in absence of news, charting will take over. You know, charting will be a very, very dependable bedfellow in absence of news. In a Trump economy, that just doesn't happen. He makes one post about crypto. Let's look at the 5-day chart. Oh, Trump's post about crypto. Because if you see right here, any fundamental chart trader would have been jumping out. This is a round top. That's an ugly price pattern. Volume was dead. Volume looked like crap. Trump posts about cryptocurrency and launches this thing to 95,000 and change. Straight up news driven. So if you were trading the charts, you probably would have sold right before this thing took off. Like a fool. Like an absolute fool. So yeah. We're coming up on the 8:30 p.m. reversal. We're getting a round top, right? This 8:30 p.m. reversal, round top. We're seeing descending bottoms. But I think we're going to be looking at a reversal here. Near-term reversal, right? And you're probably wondering, hey, Mike, so you talked about Bitcoin. Is it following the conventional markets? Oh, my God. Would you look at that? The SPY looks like the same exact thing. Isn't that crazy? Bitcoin used to be independent of all markets. But now you actually have to look at what's going on in the regular markets to decide what you're going to do with Bitcoin. Isn't that annoying? You can't just look at the Bitcoin chart anymore. If you are, you're a dinosaur. You're going to lose. you're going to fail at trading. And that's why altcoins are probably better. Small cap stocks are definitely better. Because, I mean, there's been some small caps I've been talking about. But yeah, so as you notice, this chart almost looks exactly the same as Bitcoin. That's crazy. It's almost like market fundamentals are affecting cryptocurrency the same as the TradFi markets. Almost like they're coupled. Weird, right? Oh, I've been talking about that for months. I don't know any other trader that's been talking about the coupling between the SPY and Bitcoin, but I've been talking about that for months because it's been playing out like you wouldn't believe. It's pretty crazy to see. So basically, the Bitcoin chart is the same thing as the SPY chart right now. You know, when Jerome Powell went and spoke and tanked the S&P 500, you can probably look it up on this chart. Oh, there it is right there. That's Jerome Powell speaking after Trump gets elected, tanking the freaking markets. Right? About 3 months ago. All right, let's check out Bitcoin. Let's bring up that 3-month chart. Oh my God, what is that? What is this right here? Back at the same exact time as 3-month chart. Back at the same exact time when Jerome Powell crashed the TradFi markets, Bitcoin crashed. These things are coupled nowadays. It's crazy. So obviously, if you see the SPY, it is very similar to Bitcoin in general and how the markets are playing out and everything else. So you're probably asking, hey, Mike, why did everything dump today then? Why are we seeing the same exact pattern playing out in the SPY that we saw play out on Bitcoin? Oh, Trump and his tariffs once again. Trump got on a hot mic today talking about imposing 25% tariffs on China, doing it to Canada as well. I think Mexico got left out of the conversation, though, which is interesting. Let's go look it up real quick. Oh, no, Mexico too. Taking effect on Tuesday. Freaking tomorrow. Tomorrow. I mean, we're looking at a type of economic Cold War that we've never seen before. I mean, most people who don't follow macroeconomics have no idea that U.S. goods get tariffed beyond all belief already. Now, see, I saw this coming, so I pulled out of the markets. I paid off a bunch of debt. I'm chilling, man. I'm out of the markets. I'm looking at, opportunities that nobody else is. I'm looking at gold. I'm looking at stuff that's at a high value, low price, low profit to earnings ratio, like gold miners. I'm looking at small cap stocks. I'm even looking at some Chinese stocks, right? Because the Chinese stocks that necessarily don't offer goods but offer services. Hey, guess what? They're not putting tariffs on services, people. You can't put tariffs on services. So you need to go ahead and find yourself Chinese stocks that are offering any kind of digital services, software, stuff like that, because there's no tariffs on intangible goods. Life hack right here. So the quantum supercycle bubble, the quantum supercycle almost seemed to die off before it began, because quantum computing really paled in comparison to AI, because most people don't understand it. Most companies don't have a working quantum computer. So what are we looking at now? We're looking at Chinese companies that don't sell tangible goods. Oh, wait a second. Mike, you talked about Chi Group back at the end of last year. Holy crap. Look at this chart. Look at this freaking chart, Mike. You were talking about Chi Group back at 90 cents a share. and now it's $1.37 a share. That's crazy. That's nuts. Oh man, that you told us get out of BlackBerry when it hit $6 a share because that gain was unsustainable. You told us to get out of Palantir after it went up an insane amount and hit $115 a share. The bubble right here. Mike said, "Hey, get the heck out of this." And when it went up a little bit, you went, "Oh, Money Mike doesn't know what he's talking about. Money Mike must lose money on the stock market." And I got out here, but tell you what, look at this. Look at this. Tanking. It's an unsustainable gain that it could not keep. It just could not keep it. You know, it's a 200, it went to a $200 billion market cap company. You know what insiders are doing in Palantir Technologies right now? Because I told you guys about this in 2023, the end of 2023. I was telling you guys about $37 calls for 2026 that were worth $200 a contract. A few weeks ago, those contracts were worth over $10,000 a piece. You can go back on stream. Back when we were in Stafford, streaming out of Crypto Corey's studio, I was talking about these Palantir options. I was talking about Palantir. And it was $15 a share. Let's actually go back. Let's go back in time and check that out. Oh my God. Look at right here. Tuesday. Okay. Let's bring up the 5-year chart so we can actually get back into November 2023. February. Oh my God. I was talking about Palantir right around $15 to $20 a share, people. And then once it hit its peak, I told you, get the heck out. I mean, I don't know what more I can do for you. You know, BlackBerry was the same thing. I told you guys to get out of BlackBerry. You know, let's look at the 1-month chart of BlackBerry. When BlackBerry hit $6 a share, look at that little dot right there. Get the hell out. That's the get the hell out dot. I keep telling you guys on here, if you watch live streams, I'm posting my trades now right on freaking Facebook. I post my altcoin trades. I post my TradFi trades. Granted, there haven't been a lot of TradFi trades. I think Chi Group is still a solid buy. I think it's just beginning. It's a cent. I mean, obviously from 90 cents to $1.40, it's not crazy for a small cap company with a tiny market cap. But let's look at, Oh, Mike, you listed a couple trades this weekend, right? Oh my God. Did I talk about Shadow Token right here at 20 cents a share? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, where did it get to? 24.5 cents a share. You got another pop at 22.5 cents a share. I mean, you could have sold with a modest gain of $0.015 per share. But I told you guys about Shadow Token at 20 cents a coin. And look it. I told you guys about it here. Pow. What else? What else is there? Oh, Distrox. Oh, look, I've been talking about this one for a while. It dropped below this trend line. You can see this trend line. We have multiple trend lines. It dropped below this trend line. But Mike, you were talking about Distrox this weekend. On Saturday morning, right around here, this little double bottom setup here, you were talking about Distrox. You said, hey, this is a good one to buy if you want to make some modest gains this weekend. And would you look at that? It went from 3.21 cents a share to 3.8 cents a share. I mean, that's a 25% gain. Bitcoin doesn't get that. Bitcoin had maybe a 5% gain at the most. after Trump talked about it. I mean, I can lead the freaking horse to water, man, but it doesn't matter if you guys aren't paying attention. I'm letting you know. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's a good times though. But all right. So the conventional markets, like I will admit that I did think that the conventional markets were going to, looking at this setup here, we're probably going to keep going up. You know, nobody could really foresee the tariff insanity that would cause this drop here. I mean, obviously, that's an ugly chart as far as a SPY goes. It's always going to be an ugly chart. And we only bounced off the bottom of this funnel once, you know? So it's interesting. I got somebody talking about blocking subscribers, and I literally never block subscribers. I don't know what you mean. Fake news. I literally just stream on this platform occasionally, 3 to 4 nights a week at the most. I talk about the markets. I don't know anything about blocking subscribers. That just sounds like crazy talk. Like, how can you even block subscribers on YouTube, of all things? Like, that's not possible. So, just to let you know. But yeah. So, the altcoin madness, obviously, altcoins are where it's at. Right now, I am currently checking the field for more altcoins for a possible, plow. Because as you can see, the percentage gains on Bitcoin is not great. And unless you're going to be taking risky leverage trades that can easily blow up your account, you're better off just finding decent altcoins like DNT. We'll go back to that one real quick. The reason I want to talk about this one is it has been trading at a bottom. And I bring up the 1-year chart just to show you, because algorithmic trading and bots, the way they work is they work on a time scale. All right? The way algorithmic trading and bots work on a time scale is they will look at patterns. They will look at the history of an altcoin, like District Ox, like this, for instance. Obviously, this is going to be kind of a dicey time to jump into this due to the fact that Bitcoin is really not doing well. So it can be a wash regardless. All right. You could have made your money when I posted the trade on Saturday morning, right on the Manic Money Facebook page. You could have jumped in and got out later that day and made your money, and life's good. Same thing with Shadow Token. But looking at this, I like the prospect of an algorithmic trade bump due to the fact that we are almost exactly 1 year out from this insane spike in volume and price. And when it happened quick. So you can see these candles has happened over a 4-day period from March 7th, I believe. No, March 10th. So Saturday, March 9th was kind of like the beginning of it. And then into a Sunday and Monday. So by the time Tuesday, March 12th came along, this thing was already dropping. And it took a while for it. And it took, 3-4 weeks, a month to get back down to 20 to 30% gains from your original buy-in of about 4 cents a piece. So I like this play. If you know that 80% to 90% of all trades are algorithmic or high frequency trading bots, and you know they work off equations, patterns, and the like, you will see something like this, and hey, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary. This has a nice tight bottom. It always stays over 3 cents. This right here, this level, this 311, This is a beautiful spot to buy. Like most people right now are going to be looking at this, and you can see it's dropping below that cone. Like it's trading below that cone, which is usually a very bearish sign, a very bad sign. But this thing could literally bounce from here in a hardcore way. So yes, I know. Probably not going to go over the small accounts tonight. I basically kind of just jumped on because I wanted to just talk to you guys about what's happening. The Trump trades has basically been the exact opposite of what we saw before when Trump was president the last time. So we, Jerome Powell gets on a mic, tanks the freaking markets from their all-time highs, the SPY and Bitcoin. Then you see Trump post about cryptocurrency on a Sunday afternoon, send them through the roof real quick fast, right? If you weren't paying attention, because that's already done, 12 hours later, the markets had given up everything because he's talking about tariffs now. The markets are overreacting. The markets are neurotic. They're emotional. People are trading in a way that it just doesn't make sense. So obviously tariffs are not going to be good for companies. Tariffs are great for the country, but they're not good for companies because that's money in our country's pocket. So on a macroeconomic scale, it is a very strange thing to see. So as far as U.S. citizens go, your 401ks are hurting today. 100%. They might also be hurting tomorrow. The news cycle is just starting to digest tariffs going into effect tomorrow. You could see goods spike in price. But these guys, they are dedicated to this scenario, right? And it is crazy to see. So let me just go ahead and bring up Chi-Chi Group again for you guys. Oh, look at that winner. Look at that winner. I was talking about this thing months ago. Ooh, boom, bada, bing. This is what I'm talking about, people. I'll keep bringing up different ones. I can keep bringing up different ones. About Kodak. It probably, it lost its earnings. It lost its headway. Talking about Kodak a long time ago, back when it was trading at $4 a share. And this one's actually been pretty resilient. Market cap of 541 million. When do you see earnings coming out again? That's huge. When the next earnings. Ooh, sell. That's when you know when to buy. If TradingView is telling you to sell, you're seeing this ugly pattern, it's probably time to buy. Because right now, and this is really important. I should probably talk about this. What we're going to be seeing soon in the stock markets and the economy in general is your American companies that don't rely on foreign companies for their goods and services, mostly their goods and their chemicals, etc. They are going to go through the roof. So a company like Eastman Kodak, this is an American company, sources most of their chemicals domestically. I'm going to tell you right now, a company like Eastman Kodak, we've had a consolidation period now. This chart looks beautiful. Because they don't source their goods from foreign countries, they're basically going to be left out of the tariff huffle scuffle. Perfect buy opportunity. I'm going to tell you right now, it's trading at 674. It is March 3rd, 2025 at 8:25 p.m. I'm going to tell you right now that Eastman Kodak is a prime candidate for buying. We're gonna return to this sometime in the next few months. All right. Next time, obviously, the next time I stream, I'm gonna be talking about the small account challenges, because basically that Coinbase, that tactic that I've been using for altcoins has been lit. It has been sweet, And if you're looking at daily trades where you can get into something in the morning, be out by the evening, sleep like a baby, this tactic has been beautiful. I've talked about it on here last time I was streaming. Oh, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. But let's see. Bitcoin, let's see if we're going to see an 8:30 p.m. reversal on Bitcoin here. Because you know how that works out. It's not looking great. But you know about the 8:30 p.m. reversal, which is a theory I have, that usually coming into the 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock hour. And it's anytime between 8 and 9 o'clock. I call it the 8:30 p.m. reversal because many times it has happened right at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So obviously, if you're in a different time zone, etc., but that's UTC -5. So basically, I don't know. Do the math. UTC -5, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually we see an 8:30 p.m. reversal. So right now this chart is ugly. It is going down. We have a lot of short sellers. We have a lot of liquidity sitting above this point here, 86250. This is where these people who are short selling this are putting their stop losses. 86250. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. Obviously, this 8:30 p.m. reversal, like we've seen before, while it might happen 4 or 5 days in a row, I mean, we had a good 10-day run. When I was doing this every day, we basically had a good 10-day run of the 8:30 p.m. reversals. It was pretty wild to see. And, you know, it's one of those things. It's not going to be 100%. Nothing is. Like the cup and handle pattern that you see when you're trading, it's a 95% success rate, right? It's not 100% success rate. Nothing ever is. Obviously, that cup and handle pattern we saw in Bitcoin on Sunday did not look like it was playing out well. We were getting a round top. Things looked like they were descending. It looked like we were about to get, some bad stuff. And freaking all of a sudden, boom, bada bing, Trump posts about cryptocurrency, sends everything through the roof. So if you had played that cup and handle pattern, you would have won, but you would have won because of the news. Who cares? A win's a win, right, people? Right? That's what I say. It looks like the 8:30 p.m. reversal might actually play out tonight. We get these green candles. Volume is on the rise. Obviously, you're going to ignore whatever trading view is giving you. Peter Brandt, the gap below 80,000, which we haven't dropped below 80,000. So we have not tested that futures gap, which is an interesting proposal. But basically that trading view news that they always post down here is garbage. Like, why aren't they talking about the fact that Trump moved the crypto markets by billions and billions of dollars with one freaking social media post? So it looks like the 8:30 p.m. reversal might actually work out this time. I mean, you're seeing it in live time. We basically have to pop up over this high right here. This, short-term local high here of 85.9. Really, I mean, if you had jumped in already, you when I was talking about it, you'd be in profit right now. But basically, what we want to see is a bounce over 86. And when you're watching this, right, when you're trading the Asian session, you're looking at the manipulation. All right? A lot of people get wrecked trading the Asian session, and it's because they're not looking at the manipulation. They're looking at fundamentals. They're looking at stuff that their mentors tell them is going to be a bullish pattern. And you're going to get head fakes. Like right now, we're getting a head fake. But, I mean, we're up from when I was talking about this, 85.3. We're up over $300 a coin. And this is obviously a little head fake action. You see this sometimes at the 3 green candles. But it looks like it might just play out. Don't worry. We're going to revisit this. So what I want to talk to you about is the fact that when it comes to Bitcoin and the SPY, and you see SPY had a nice V-shaped reversal this afternoon. So if you had bought in 1544, so if you had bought in at 3 o'clock, right around here, 3 o'clock, the power hour here, you would have made money. You would have made money. And good for you. Especially this last candle of the day. So this 4 p.m. buy-in, that tells you the market makers do not expect this thing to keep dropping. If they're buying in, so these are market close orders. So I have a trade. My first trading for dummies video is coming out tomorrow. I already filmed it. I just got to do a little bit of editing. I didn't have time to do it on Sunday. Family stuff, it happens. So in that video, we talk about a market close order. So basically buying in right at the market close. And that is exactly why you see this massive green candle here. Like if you look at this chart, this candle dwarf, it makes all other ones dwarf. So you see this, except for this one red candle earlier in the day. It is wild to see. Oh, that's a giant green candle there too from Thursday afternoon. So market makers are still buying in to the SPY. Obviously, they don't think Trump's tariffs are going to crash our macroeconomic market. They don't think Trump's tariffs are going to destroy the economy and cause the next Great Depression. Right? They're just not. Tariffs, as far as America goes, tariffs have never caused a depression. Arguably, you could say that McKinley's tariffs being tossed aside at the turn of the century, the 19th and 20th century, which is the 1800s and the 1900s, for my people who don't know, the getting rid of those tariffs might have caused the first Great Depression in America back in the 1920s. But instating tariffs do not cause Great Depressions, people. I mean, it might cause the boomer exit hypothesis that I talk about. But basically, we're trading below this zone. You see these blue lines? This is the zone here that this thing likes to trade in. And we've dropped below this zone. If we regain it, I mean, at this point, sky's the limit. We could see 6,130 on the SPY again. Something like that. Because what's going to happen is basically the tariffs aren't going to crank up prices on a lot of, your consumer staple goods. And if they do, basically what's going to happen is consumers just aren't going to buy those things. So if avocados go up 25%, the people who are going to buy avocados and who want avocados are still going to buy avocados. Instead of getting your avocado for $1, you're getting it for $1.25. That's not exactly Great Depression type price movements, something that's going to cause a Great Depression. It's important to look at the little things like that and actually think about and theorize these things when you're looking at this economic data. Because let's face it, when it comes down to it, that is, the things that move the market. So speaking of economic data, right? Oh, looks like Crypto Corey's throwing a temper tantrum in chat. It's funny to see. Wow, this stuff really goes for full circle. I mean, if you're on YouTube, you'll see it. If you're on Twitch, you won't see it. But we'll go ahead and we'll bring up the chat on stream. Yes, we will. Let me see. Let me see if the chat is on stream right now. The chat is not on stream. You will have to bear with me as I bring up the chat on stream because this is honestly kind of funny. I'll just bring up the chat on stream. There's no shame to my game, people. You can go look at everything he's saying. That's fine. Got to throw in the insults. I get it. It's fine. So let's talk about economic data, because I was just talking about economic data. It really is full circle, because it's like if someone comes on to your stream and they're just going to like sit there and, basically try to put you down, try to say you don't know what you're talking about when, you're lifetime positive by an insane amount of money and you keep picking winners 90% of the time. It's just kind of funny. Like, you can look at my track record. You can go back on the stream and look at all the stocks that I talk about. And I have losers. I'm not perfect. You ask a plumber if he's ever had a leak, and if he tells you he's never had a leak, he's a liar. I do roofing sometimes, and it's the same thing. If there's a roofer and he's told you he's never had a leak, he's a liar. But to win 90% of the time, I don't. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So obviously Monday's over, and none of this economic data mattered today because Trump talked about tariffs. Trump said tariffs are going to affect tomorrow, Tuesday, March 4th, and they will be. And that basically crashed the markets out, which is fine. All the markets too. Cryptocurrency, the SPY, everything. All those gains that Trump gave you on Sunday afternoon on the crypto markets, they're gone now. Trump giveth and Trump taketh away. So we got, your normal unemployment stuff, factory orders. I mean, all this stuff right here. This isn't really all that important. The New York Fed president, Richmond Fed president. Like, how many freaking Fed presidents are there? Just a bunch of blowhards. Initial jobless claims, as always, will be coming on Thursday. The U.S. trade deficit, previous forecast was almost 100 bill. The median forecast, they're looking at negative 130 bill. So obviously tariffs will help with that. Wholesale inventory should go up because people have been buying up stuff. They know that they knew these tariffs are going in effect. And then Friday is the U.S. jobs report. So basically what I'm seeing here is we're going to get a bunch of chop. We're going to get a bunch of chop. We're going to get a bunch of, boom, 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 boom throughout the course of this week. We're probably not going to see a massive rebound because the Trump administration has wholeheartedly committed to tariffs now. People who are squeamish, your paper hands, they're gone. They're sold out. They're done. And we're going to see a lot of sideways movement on the S&P 500 between the 5,800 and the 5,900 range. You might see little forays into, below 5,800 and above 5,900, but I'm seeing a lot of sideways trading in that range till then. Bitcoin, you might see it drop to 80, but I think, you won't see Bitcoin drop below 80. If anything, it should actually, bop up to 90. It'll be more likely to bop up to 90 and retest that resistance range. But Friday, because we're going to be looking at U.S. hourly wages and the jobs report and the unemployment rate, I think that would be a bigger market mover. And you see the median forecast is 170,000. The last one was 143,000. So if those fall in line, it should be pretty nice. Hourly wages year over year, all this stuff, though, the funny thing about the jobs report is a lot of these levels kind of, maintain. They're very stable. So basically, your market makers, your institutional investors, they're going to be looking for, numbers that make sense to them. So if Friday comes out, your jobs report comes out, and things are just mediocre. They don't even have to be blockbuster numbers. They could just be mediocre, but it could be more of the same, what they expect. And with the short term, you're not going to be seeing any kind of short term effects of tariffs. They're going to be more of a long term thing. So you're not going to be seeing the effects of the tariffs yet. You could see a massive rally on Friday. March 7th. And as you know, I'm looking at District Docs, DNT on Coinbase or your crypto exchanges. I'm looking at that for Friday through Monday. So there's no economic data on Monday. And the Tuesday economic data is basically this garbage. This NFIB optimism index, garbage. There's nothing good there. Obviously Wednesday is going to be, next week is going to be, where the money's at, where you're going to see some craziness. But yeah. So the rest of this week, some of this stuff might make a difference, but based off of what they're expecting, the median forecast and everything else, I'm thinking Friday is going to be the day. You'll see a rally. Oh, yeah. Where are we at now? We're at 46 minutes, people. I didn't really have a ton for you tonight. I wanted to go through economic data because I was actually kind of interested myself. This is the first time I'm looking at this economic data. Work has been crazy the past week. And this weekend, I started my spring cleaning activities. So the entire fridge got cleaned out, sanitized, etc. The microwave. We're getting ready to finish the last round of renovations here. And I actually have at least one day off this week from work, which is pretty sweet. So that's why I said I'd be editing a video tomorrow, just basically talking about market orders, not just market orders, but all kinds of orders. So I'm basically just breaking down in the video that comes out tomorrow. I haven't even thought of a name with it yet. I'm calling it Trading for Dummies because, the line of books. But basically, I'm going to be talking about limit orders, stop losses, stop limits. We're going to be talking about trailing stop loss orders, which I love. Probably my favorite type because you're talking about guaranteed gains and ascending gains. It's pretty sweet. So we're going to be talking about all those different types of orders. That's it. That's all the video is. So I'm going to be explaining to you how limit orders work, how freaking the difference between your market orders, your limit orders, etc., how you can use stop losses to hedge. Actually, I don't even tell you really how to use stop losses to hedge against loss. I do in a basic sense, but I'm basically just explaining to you how these orders work. The most simplest of terms, because it's going to be a series of videos. We have a brokerage comparison video coming out soon and everything else. Oh, here we go. Corey's still it's still going off, man. Like every 30 seconds, boom. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's crazy, dude. He's a fraud. I showed you guys on stream my lifetime earnings on my Robinhood account alone. I literally held up my phone to the screen when Crypto Corey was droning on about emotions during trading and showed you guys a $20,000 to $30,000 lifetime profit just on my random Robinhood account that I use to trade options sometimes because it's easy to onboard money quickly. Lifetime earnings. I've turned $2,000 into 20 grand once. I turned $2,000 into 40 grand another time, and I paid my taxes. The IRS knows about this because I have completely paid my taxes. Taking advice from someone, trading advice from a dude who wears a wig. Yeah, I'm bald as hell, man. I wear a wig. This is the Anchorman wig. I'm Ron Burgundy. I'm bringing you the news. It's actually pronounced wig. Corey, you do know this isn't going to get you viewers, dude. Oh, this is funny. I understand how he feels now. It's like a toddler throwing a temper tantrum. It really is. I can show you my equity curve. on Charles Schwab. I'm not showing any small accounts tonight, though, like I already said. I got to sign on to them on this computer. And I don't feel like doing that. This is all there is to it. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the extra view helping with the algorithm and all the comments on the channel. Because I haven't posted in 7 days, so I got 4 viewers at the moment. And, you know, I mean, I'm not even going to get into it. I have way too much dirt. I'm just going to keep quiet on this. Because, you know, life is different for people out here that actually have to, like, work to make a living and stuff. You know. But, yeah. We're up to the full screen thing here. And, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little distracted by the chat. It's just kind of hilarious. It's just like rapid fire. Boom, 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 boom. Almost like he's trying to, like, I don't know, stop you guys from watching me. Whatever. We're definitely going to be starting a different platform this weekend. So I don't like Restream. I've been using Streamlabs on my other platforms or my other, you know, accounts because I have multiple. So I have multiple streaming accounts now. I have multiple different things that I'm doing now. Only a portion of what I do is the finance stuff, but I love doing it because it interests me more than anything else. And dude, that makes you, oh my God, just treating me the way that I treat you. When I'm posting on your Facebook, I'm not posting on a live stream channel where you're trying to gain views and followers. Your personal Facebook, if you're using that to do business, that's just dumb. But at the same token, I'm live streaming right now, and you're throwing a temper tantrum in my comments, and you're saying that it's just me treating me the way you treat. Like, what, dude? What? Like, my last video was a week ago on a Sunday, and I predicted that the markets were probably going to go up. And I was wrong. I can be wrong 10% of the time. I can be wrong 30% of the time. You've said that yourself, and you'll still make money. I also said in that video that I had no skin in the game anymore, and I was basically completely out. And I was just making a prediction with no money in the game, saying that I think it might go up. But I also told my viewers I was out completely because things were dicey. And I was looking at small caps. And the small caps I was talking about made money. Obviously, predicting that the SPY and Bitcoin are going to go up. Like, tell my viewers, you shouldn't be buying Bitcoin. It's $90,000 a piece. The gains on Bitcoin suck. In 2020, when I turned 20 G's into 20 grand, when I turned $2,000 into 20 G's, I did it with option leaps on Riot blockchain mining company. Obviously. I mean, dude, if I'm wrong, I should come out and admit it the next video and not go into hiding for a week. Dude, do you understand how much I worked last week? I closed out 3 jobs that were going for multiple weeks. Construction jobs. Like, I know you don't understand because it's different when you work in a shop, dude. But when you're when you're out in the field running 40-foot ladders, setting up ridiculous staging, and trying to get these crazy jobs done for customers and make your company money at the same time because you work for a large company that's doing multi-millions a year, sometimes you're just busy, dude. Obviously, it's one of those things. I mean, you're hurting the quality of the stream right now because I keep, jumping into what you're saying, which is not good. But all the small caps I shouted out did good. You could have made money on all the small caps that I shouted out last week. CCG was one of them, and you see that went from 90 cents a share to $1.37 a share. So if that was the only one you bought, you're good. You made money when everybody else lost money. It's fine. But what are you going to do, man? I mean, talking crap on Facebook is totally different than talking crap in the middle of a live stream, you know, and you won't stop, dude. That's crazy. You're so much worse than I'll ever be. No offense or anything. And you're not going to be driving any traffic to your site because, let's face it, dude. I have 4 viewers right now. I am 3 of them, and you are the other one. That's why I don't give a crap. This is just me talking to you right now. And now that the overlay of the chat's up, and I post my trades right on the Facebook page for people. I post when to buy, when to sell, etc., etc. So this is literally just me talking to you, dude. You're not doing anything. I keep convincing myself. Here's one viewer. One viewer right here. The other 2 viewers are me on my other monitor. And you. Dude, I'm literally just talking to you. How you know you won? What did you win, dude? Your parents are multimillionaires who bought you a house. How are you winning? Do it yourself. You'll never do it yourself. And now that you spent 4 years, buying up crypto during a bear market because you were living in a house your parents bought you, and now when you hit a bull market, you have a bunch of cash at the moment. You didn't do it yourself, dude. How are you winning? How many Bitcoin leverage trading accounts did you blow up? In the time that we were doing Manic Money together, you blew up your Bitcoin leverage trading account 4 or 5 times. Your money came off of the altcoins. That's where all your money came from, and that's what I'm preaching is the altcoins. I don't know how that's you winning, dude. You tell people about Bitcoin leverage trading, and I'm talking about altcoins. Your trading and your money that you made proves it, but you did it on the back of your parents. I don't have multimillionaire parents, dude. I pay rent. I have to work. I'm slowly throwing money into different things to invest. This is only the beginning, but like I told you, dude, nobody is watching this but me and you. So, just talk to me. Don't bother, trying to perform or do performative chatting for people because it's just me and you, dude. And that's what I'm saying, man. I definitely sold Ad Store before I went to 0. Yeah, I know. That sucked because your mentor who takes money from freaking people who launch altcoin contracts tells his viewers to freaking buy stuff that is absolute trash and is not associated with the devs that people think it's associated with. Yeah, that's a really great freaking scam you're a part of, dude. A little pyramid scam you're a part of. That's some good stuff. That's why you're doing this. So you can scam your people that you mentor. Dude, that's all that dude is doing. He is literally getting paid to tell you guys about different cryptocurrencies to buy into so that they can use you as exit liquidity. And if you get lucky, he'll tell you about it so you can buy in and you can make money when it's still going up. But dude, most of those people are getting wrecked. He's literally taking money to freaking shill these altcoins to you guys. That's why he doesn't charge people. You know what I mean? You got out at 300%, man. It was like the first pump you got out. I mean, I sold and took profits at 500 and 600%. So that when it dropped to zero, my initial investment and profit was already out. That's why I didn't care, dude. You know? That's why I didn't care. You got out at like 0.12. There were some zeros in front of it. I got out at 0.22 and 0.25. Like, I was good, man. I was out with my initial investment and a big chunk of change. So when it dropped, I didn't really care. And before it went to zero, I got out. But wait. You bought back in saying it was a nice cup and handle pattern. And I can actually bring up the texts and show people on here right now if you really want to play that. You literally bought back in after the big drop saying, oh, it looks like it's going to go up again. And that's when it went to zero. At that point, I had 30% of my initial investment in. What do you want? You want me to bring up Trust Wallet and show you my transactions? I really don't care, dude, because like I told you, it is literally just me and you watching this right now. I don't care, dude. The fact is you are taking money from people and acting as their mentor when that's completely illegal because you are not a registered investment advisor. You blow up leverage trading accounts and then you sit there and you try to tell people that you're going to teach them if they pay you money. Like, that's the SEC all over your ass, dude. Like, right now you're small time, so they're never going to bother you. But what you're doing is literally illegal. Me talking about trades and posting my trades on the Facebook page and everything else, this is not illegal. This is not financial advice. And I always say how it's not financial advice. This is just me talking about my trades. But what you're doing is actually illegal. And I highly doubt you're going to go to the IRS like I do and post my gains and claim my earnings on my taxes. I highly doubt you're going to do that this year at the end of the year, because we all know you made a bunch of gains last year. I highly doubt you're going to the IRS to freaking claim your profits. You have way more to lose than I do, dude. At least I'm paying my taxes. Yeah. IRS anonymous tip line. Oh, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And yes, I do not care. I do not care. The chat overlay is on stream, so people can see exactly what you're saying. So they know that I'm talking to you. If anything, this is fantastic content. I can clip a bunch of this for TikTok now and gain more viewers. Want them to see who I am. What do you mean who I am, dude? I'm just a guy live streaming a finance show. You're on here literally commenting every 30 seconds, trying to make me look bad as much as humanly possible, which is crazy. Like literally every 30 seconds for the last 20, 30 minutes. I mean, you started going, I was just kind of like ignoring you. But, you know, I'll never show the at store trade. So what? So what? I don't care. Let me go into Trust Wallet. I haven't been on Trust Wallet in a while because, as you know, I got out of the crypto markets back when Bitcoin was over 100K. And I've only been doing certain altcoins. Let's go down where we have the at store turned on in the networks. Oh, dude, I literally can't show you my at store trades because the at store isn't even in the wallet anymore. Let me go to Radium and see if Radium has my swaps. Oh, look it. There's the at store. That was the last thing I sold on Radium. Let's see. Where's the at store now? Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at the at stores in the tank. A bunch of people made a bunch of money off people. And you literally pushed your friends into an absolute Ponzi scheme. And you're bragging about it. Let's look at transaction history. How do we look at transaction history? Well, I would love to show you my at store transactions from Trust Wallet because that's the only place I can access them. But would you look at that? My at store transactions do not show up. So you'll just have to take my word for it because I use the decentralized swap. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? Honestly, this is great content, dude. I don't know how many clips I can make of this right now. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. 8:30 p.m. Bitcoin reversal, though, is playing out nicely. We're seeing 837 now. We could see a launch over 8375. We could see a launch into the 84, 85, 86 range. Oh, you know, do 8:30 p.m. reversal started down here. Would you look at that? Boom, bada bing. Just like I told you guys, I like these 8:30 p.m. reversals. Obviously, because it's the Asian markets, you have to have tight stop losses. You got to be ready to jump out. Like, honestly, right now, I'd probably be looking at selling, possibly, because we're seeing, a double near-term high. Double near-term high. Might be a good time to get out, But at the same token, I've also seen these play out to the upside because you have ascending bottoms here, just in the past, hour? So we're at 9 o'clock right now. So we're at the 21:05 and, 8:30 right around here, when I was still just started shouting it out. I mean, boom, bada bing, you'd be getting paid. And like I was just talking about, I would sell. And would you look at that? Red candles. Well, really good at calling these near-term price actions, people. Small increment moves make you some money. So yeah, but basically, I mean, I've had enough fun. I could really just keep sitting here and literally calling this price action. When to sell, when to buy, just be buy, sell, and I'd be right 90% of the time. But what can you do? Obviously, this could be another head fake. But yeah. And we're not seeing a bottom at the 83,000 here. We're getting 3 red candles. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've basically had enough. No. I'm a liar. I could easily look up the hash transaction. Yeah. Dude, the transaction doesn't show up in my wallet anymore. I don't know what you want from me, dude. I mean, we saw an 8:30 p.m. reversal, dude. It went from 83,000 to 83,006. I mean, if it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out in the long term. That's fine. It was still a pop. And if you had bought and sold when I told you to, you would have made money. Also, I mean, this thing might not be done. This thing probably isn't done. Let's be honest. It's the Asian markets, dude. There's a reason you don't trade the Asian markets. You know what I mean? But hopefully you sold just now when I told you to. If not, you could very well get wrecked right now, which would be pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. Because I literally just told you to sell when we were at 83. 83.75. Hey, good time to sell. Right in front of Corey, but he don't care. Obviously, the 8:30 p.m. reversal isn't always a long-term play. It is a pop you will see, a liquidity hunt, because the Asian markets are going for that, hunting that liquidity and the stop losses. But that's okay. It really doesn't matter what I say or do right now. He's just going to like berate me, belittle me, say I'm wrong, etc., etc. You know, that's just how it is, apparently. And I don't know what he was talking about for blocking subscribers, because I do not block subscribers. And I think he left anyways. Which honestly, good riddance. I guess I let his pettiness get the best of me tonight. It was fun though. It was fun while it lasted. Stay frosty, my friends. Obviously, like I said, you're gonna see a lot of chop in the markets this week. It's gonna be a lot of sideways trade. You know, small caps. Small caps. Great time to buy the dip on the small caps. BlackBerry, Kodak, CCG. I mean, I'd be getting out of CCG, but you could see a run to, $2-5 a piece, something like that. So, like I said, 90% winning trades. I tell you guys, don't trade Bitcoin. So if I'm talking about Bitcoin, it's just to look at the broader markets. All my small caps I told you guys about. BlackBerry went 100% in a freaking month and a half. Kodak, I don't know what to tell you guys. 10% of trades are going to be losers. Corey's apparently going to keep going. He's got the clown emojis now. It's funny. Oh, I tell you what, dude. You were definitely not on the high ground, brother. You keep going on about the Asian markets, dude. I don't know what to tell you with that, man. You keep going on about the Asian markets. I mean, dude, if you're good, you can make money in any market. Only a fool trades Bitcoin at this point, man. Only a fool. I don't have to show the trades, Corey. I was telling people about Bitcoin in December. I showed my trade in December, my 300% gainer on a 1-week short-term options trade. You were on the channel when I was showing people that trade. And I said, BlackBerry. I don't know if I said BlackBerry, but my BlackBerry trade from December, 300% gain. I showed people the trade on stream, dude. And I told people BlackBerry long-term is good to go. It is hot to go. It is ready. And sure enough, it doubled. Kodak went up. All these small cap stocks I was talking about, with the exception of Rhyme. Rhyme got wrecked, but I'm still into Rhyme. Average down. And I will make money off that bad boy eventually here. Because guess what? It's a Chinese company that offers services, not goods. And if you were listening earlier in the stream when I was talking about the tariffs, Chinese company that offers services and not goods, because they can't tariff services, are going to go through the roof right now. I mean, Husa, Supercom, Indo, when oil was going up. Dude, how many trades, Dude, you don't show your trades, Corey. You talk about Bitcoin 8 hours after a price movement, acting like you bought in when the move already happened, dude. Like, you don't show your trades, man. I asked you to show your trades in your Facebook earlier. You don't show your trades, dude. Don't even play. You talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, which is out of most people's price range. Like, only a fool trades Bitcoin now in a highly leveraged account. You blew up what, 3, 4, 5 accounts in the past year trying to leverage trade Bitcoin, dude? Like, come on. Come on. I could easily make you look stupid, dude. It's on stream. You talking about blowing up Bitcoin accounts. You know, you did not post a picture of your entry, dude. That is such BS. You literally, yeah, you did not. I went back and checked. You never posted any trades. Plus, the platform you use, it shows your percentage gain when you close the trade. If you didn't close the trade, you lost money. And it would actually make sense why you're lashing out at me right now is because you bought into a cup and handle pattern. You thought Bitcoin was going to keep going up and it got wrecked today. And you lost money. And now you're on my stream trying to what? Dude, it's just me and you, bro. There's nobody else on here, man. You're in a live chat that's going to disappear once this video becomes permanent. Do you not understand that? Like, once this video becomes permanent, this live chat goes away. I am leaving the overlay in stream right now so people can see what you're saying and so they don't think I'm a crazy person talking to myself. So they can actually see what I'm interacting with. But in all actuality, dude, I can just delete this video 30 minutes after I post it if I feel like it. But this is great content. I'm going to put a bunch of these clips on TikTok. You could have made your own channel. You were supposed to make your own channel, dude. That's what you were going to do, but you just don't want to put in the work. You don't want to put in the work. I mean, if I do delete it, I'm going to farm out a bunch of clips to TikTok before I delete this. Because I have your overlay in the thing. You're spelling liar the wrong way. It's LIAR, by the way. I don't care if your friends were laughing at me, dude. If they follow you, they're following a fraud, dude. Your parents bought you a house and you used all the money you saved because your parents bought you a house. Your parents bought you a condo in Colorado. Your parents bailed you out of every bad decision you ever made. I had to bail myself out of my bad decisions. But even in that case, you freaked out over a 300% gainer trade, which to me is small potatoes, dude. I have had it 10 times, 20 times. And Palantir, that was 200 to 10 grand a contract, dude. Like 50 times trade. So it's like, dude, I'm doing this all myself. I have no mentors. I have nobody shilling altcoins to me. I have nobody teaching me this stuff. I learned all this stuff myself. Not only that, I had to pay my own way. I didn't have parents to bail me out of all my bad decisions. I didn't have parents to buy me a house or a condo in Colorado. You know? Dude, you know how much, you know? It just doesn't even compare, dude. You know? And I'm still doing stuff. I have all kinds of stuff going on. This finance thing is literally the smallest part of the stuff that I have going on. I've made one live stream in a week and you're on here throwing a temper tantrum, dude. Do you not understand? Do you not see this? Why would I delete this video? This video is going to stick around, man. Like, this is good stuff. You want to see who Crypto Corey really is? Like, someone who talks about abundance theory and everything else. Why is he sitting here on somebody's stream trying to make him look bad, when if you actually go back on all these live streams and you see the different stocks I talked about when I was saying, because I don't give financial advice. So I'm talking about stocks and I'm talking about how I would buy them. I'm not telling people to buy them. For one, because I'm not trying to get in trouble with the SEC. I'm not taking money from people to mentor them on leveraged Bitcoin trading, because that's just stupid. And it's one of those things, man. Like, I'm just sitting here talking about stocks that I would buy and talking about stocks that would be a good, opportunity. And 90% of the stuff that I've shouted out on our live streams, if you go all the way back to December 2024, when we started doing this, or February 2024, when we started doing this, 90% of the stuff I shouted out made big money. I was talking about Kodak when it was trading at $250 a share on our live stream in March of 2024. I've actually been going through the streams and clipping them. I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's right on our live stream. I don't talk about, I only talk about Bitcoin on a macroeconomic scale. I'm not telling people that leverage Bitcoin trading is the way to go. I'm not, because that's just, people don't have 80 grand, $83,360 right now to buy one Bitcoin. That's just crazy, dude. Like, I tell people to buy BlackBerry and to use options to drastically improve their earning gain potential. Like, I'm for the little guy, man. My parents don't have multi-million dollars. When my parents passed away, I have problems, dude. Like, I have the victim mentality. Brother, I preach accountability. Literally preach accountability. That is so funny, dude. That is so funny. Victim mentality. Oh my God. That is hilarious, dude. Yeah. I mean, victim mentality. I mean, I just did it all myself, dude. So I can feel good about that, because it was like somebody hands me something, and even if I were to, make a bunch of money after people were like handing me stuff, I wouldn't feel good about it. I feel I'm very happy knowing I did it myself. I'm basically like slowly buying up my inheritance as well. I'm not even gonna get a regular inheritance. I've been renting half a duplex from my dad, and I'll put that. I don't practice what I preach. In what way, dude? What don't I practice what I preach? Tell me what do I preach that I don't practice? I couldn't preach anything when we were live streaming together, because you would literally drone on about emotions during trading and Bitcoin. 75% of our live stream, dude. Go back and look at them. You literally steamrolled me when I was trying to tell people about stocks, when 90% of my picks were winning money. And you would literally drone on about Bitcoin, dude. Like, you did not even, like, you could not pick up on my nonverbal cues. I couldn't just sit there and be like, hey, dude, like, please stop. Let me talk, And then when I tried to have conversations with you about it, and tried to be the nicest way possible, because you get very offended if I'm not like super nice to you about criticism. Like, I have to like very, very like sugarcoat this stuff when I talk to you about criticisms, dude. Like, you wouldn't listen to me, and you would just keep steamrolling me through the live streams. And, eventually I just got sick of it, dude. And I decided to go off and do it myself. How am I not an accountable person, Corey? Please tell me how I'm not an accountable person. Like, what have I done to you personally that would tell you that I'm not accountable? Get away from the live streams. Just look at my life in general. What have I done in my life that says that I'm not a person that holds myself accountable? I mean, I could text you, dude, but I don't see the point. Yeah, I know we spent time before every live stream talking. It was good times. And I literally tried to talk to you about this stuff multiple times, dude. But you still steamrolled me every live stream. And I couldn't just come out and be like, dude, you know, you can't talk about Bitcoin this much. Like, people aren't that interested in Bitcoin. They're $90,000 a piece. Like, most people can't afford them. We should talk about stuff that people can actually afford, that people would be more interested in trading, because the price threshold was a massive barrier to most traders. I have no accountability when I'm wrong. I already said I lose on 10 to 15% of my trades. It's going to happen. I literally mentioned some losers on this live stream that I've had in the past few months. Is that not good enough? When I was talking about, hey, I thought Bitcoin and SPY might go up, when I was talking about that last Sunday, because Bitcoin was popping in a V-shaped reversal, it was back over 100K, and the SPY was back over 6,000, and it looked like, oh, baby, we're going to keep going up. Like, everything was tracking, and that's, you know, what the macroeconomic indicators were saying. And I thought, hey, they might keep going up, and they didn't. Here's your accountability. I was wrong. I was wrong last Sunday when I said Bitcoin and the SPY were going to keep going up. I was wrong. Is that good? Does that make you feel better? Because let's see, when was that? That was Sunday, February 23rd. Yes. And then, of course, Monday, around midday, everything started tanking. I was wrong. It happens, man. I also don't tell people to buy into Bitcoin and SPY. But there you go. There's your accountability. 8 days too late. I'm sorry I was super busy at work this past week and I couldn't tell people. And then this weekend I had family stuff going on. I mean, you don't know what I had going on in my family, dude. It could have been really bad. Could have been horrible. I should have been on here on my live stream the next day. So you're going to tell me how to run my live stream? Corey, why don't you start your own live stream, dude? And then you can have get on your high horse about how people should run their live stream when you have your own live stream. Because, dude, you blew up 4 trading accounts. And it was only on the 4th time when you actually told people, because I was like, hey, we should probably talk about this on the live stream, because you're blowing up accounts and you're not telling people. And you're also telling people to leverage trade Bitcoin. So how, like, you're going to say I have no accountability when you're the same, if not worse. I mean, I was busy, dude. You know what I mean? It's totally different situation. We were in the middle of live streaming together, and you would literally blow up an account, and then you wouldn't say anything about it on the live stream. You would just be all sad and depressed, like, yeah, the Bitcoin and altcoins and it's like, dude, now you're talking to me about accountability on my own live stream. Go start a live stream. Go do something, man. Because I tell you what, man, what are you going to do? Jump on here every time that I live stream and just like put me down, berate me, and try to ruin something that I'm trying to create? Like, and then you're going to talk about being on a high horse, talk about accountability and stuff like that? It makes no sense. Do you not see the massive contradiction you're making right now? It is absolutely insane, dude. You're talking about accountability, but you're coming on my live stream and trying to railroad me. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm too busy to help my subscribers. Dude. You're totally dodging accountability right now, dude. I'm literally sitting here talking about certain things that you could talk about, but you're literally dodging that accountability, and then you went right back to trying to berate me, trying to ruin my live stream and get rid of my subscribers and stuff. You know? Oh yeah, no, don't worry, dude. This is gonna be some clip farming like you wouldn't believe. Don't get me wrong. Like, I can go through here and get a bunch of clips for sure. YouTube Shorts, TikToks, etc. But that doesn't change the fact that your goal is to try to ruin something that I created, dude. I created this. I created the Facebook. I started this whole thing up, dude. You know? You jumped on with me. I mean, I made the name and everything. You weren't willing to do anything but put in the same amount of time streaming that I was. You know? And I'm literally like, so yeah, while this chat is totally going to help my channel, bro, the simple fact is your goal is obviously to try to what? Ruin my credibility, even though I'm a 90% winning trades. You know, I showed my Robinhood on stream to people. Like, they seen my lifetime gains, dude. You were talking about Bitcoin. I literally put it right up to the camera and showed people the tens of thousands of dollars I've made off options. Like, I don't know what you want from me at this point, dude. I don't understand why you're even still here. And I'm not playing the victim, dude. It's just the truth. Just because I'm talking the truth doesn't mean I'm the victim. You were on here trying to ruin my credibility. It's exactly what you're doing. You're calling me a liar. You're calling me a clown. You were literally go through these things tomorrow morning. I don't know if you're drinking tonight or something, but go through these things tomorrow morning that you're on here saying, because this is going to be up tomorrow morning. So go through all of this stuff that you're saying and actually look at your own behavior for a second. We want to talk about accountability. And like, ask yourself, what was I trying to do? Why was I sitting here calling Mike a liar, calling Mike a clown, you know, confronting Mike on his live stream that I'm not a part of anymore? And yeah, I must have really, really pissed you off when I made some comments on your Facebook, your personal Facebook, by the way. I must have really pissed you off when I said those comments, because this is pretty wild, dude. Playing what victim, dude? I'm good, man. I got a $5,000 computer sitting next to me. I got a Shure microphone. I'm talking to you on a $1,000 camera, dude. I'm not a victim. I'm good, dude. You see these plants behind me? You see this nice green glow? I got monitors up the yin yang. Like, I'm good, dude. I'm not a victim. I don't care. It is literally just me and you. What I'm saying is I'm literally trying to identify the intent of your actions right now. And it seems like the intent of your actions is to try to attack me and try to railroad this stream and try to get people not to listen to me. You know? I mean, of course I'm going to respond, dude. It's only me and you right now. I think there's actually one other viewer. I don't know where they're from because I turned off all the other things. There's a couple of the viewers right now. But, like, of course I'm going to respond to you, dude. You know? I mean, you were literally posting every 30 seconds. It was super distracting. I went about 45 minutes ignoring you. I went about 30 minutes ignoring you because you didn't jump on for the first 15 minutes. So I went quite a while ignoring you. But it's like every time I jumped in to check the stream, it was like, oh, 6 new comments from Corey. So, of course, I cannot respond. You know me, man. Of course, I'm going to start responding to you. You know, it's a weird format. I'm the only one talking. You're just typing away. I'm not saying the chat feed is hurting my stream, dude. What I'm saying is your intent is what I'm curious about. And you still haven't said what your intent is. I mean, you're calling me a clown, a liar. You're saying, like, I don't know what I'm doing in trading, even though people can go back on the live streams and see that I was literally shouting out stuff that went through the roof. I mean, my Palantir trade alone, which was one of the first stocks I was shouting out when me and you started streaming, went from $15, $20 a share to $125 a share in the space of a year's time, a year and 2 months. So people can see that I know what I'm talking about. I don't know, like, what's the point of this? We keep going back and forth through all these same things. You won't say your intent, although I can probably discern your intent, and it took the bait. Dude, what do you mean took the bait, man? I'm just talking to you, you know? And you're trying to act like, this is all part of your plan. I don't know. Like, I'm literally just talking to you, dude. I mean, obviously, it's like your intent is important to me because that's like, that to me is like telling, like, what's your intent behind what you're doing tonight. And then at the same token, I mean, dude, this is one of those things. You came onto my live stream and I already showed you it's not in my trust wallet anymore. I don't know how to look up the hash transaction at the moment. I'm sure I can look it up and figure it out and research it because that's what I do is I do research and I find out the answers. I'm sure I can look it up and try to find it, dude, but there's so many freaking hash transactions in that time. Like those trades aren't even showing up in the smart contract calls on my trust wallet anymore. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You're just going to take my word for it. You keep bringing up the at store trade, even though we were talking about it. And I told you when I sold 20%, when I sold another 20%, like I literally told you, dude, like Ultimate Inset, what's up? I'm not going on stream boo for viewers, bro. Like I literally told you when I sold at store, like parcels of at store to get out my initial investment and then some. Like you already know. Why would I have lied to you when we were just texting back and forth? You know what I mean? What was it? I think it was the beginning of the year or late last year. I think it was probably late last year, actually. Oh, I think it was after Christmas. Man, time moves slow. You know? Dude, you do understand that you're on my live stream calling me a clown, calling me a liar, attacking me. Like, that's an objective truth. That's not me playing the victim. You're literally attacking me right now. And you think that you don't look stupid? Remember when you were talking about toddler throwing a temper tantrum last week? Like, dude. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I do not know what to tell you. I shouted out some stuff today. I posted Shadow Token on Saturday morning and it went from 20 cents to 24 cents. I posted District Ox on Saturday morning and it banged out a 30% gainer, from the bottom when I was talking about it on Saturday. It's like, boom, 30% gainer. People could have made money. I'm not going to tell them when to sell. I just tell them what I'm buying when I buy it. I got out of Shadow Token for those short-term gains, But, it's one of those things. Dude, the power move? What's the power move? The power move is just to ignore you and not care what you say and think, which is exactly what you have an option to do with me. If I say, hey, post the trade, bro, just don't have to. That's all there is to it. And I really don't care at the same token too, man. It's like 9:35 p.m. I'm thinking about a shower. So I haven't showered since I worked today. Luckily it's like 30 degrees up here, so don't really need to shower right away after getting to work. I was covered in multiple layers today. But yeah. I mean, I don't care, dude. I don't care to. People can go back on the live stream and check out my small cap stock plays and my different altcoin plays, and they can see, 90% win rate. So I really don't have to sit here and entertain you by trying to go in and looking up hash transactions from months ago, which I don't have anymore on my Trust wallet because the Radium transactions the smart contract calls go off of your Trust wallet after a while. So I don't even have those anymore. But I was texting you when I was selling them. So it's like you already know, which is wild. Just, bring up our texts. And you'll see. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the App Store doesn't even have price data available. This thing is just dead, dude. It's crazy. That's unfortunate. The last transaction was a month ago. That is wild, dude. Oh, the last transaction on the contract wallet address. Oh. Help people avoid getting wrecked, dude. Like, I shout out small cap trades, bro. Like, I tell people exactly what stocks to look at. I don't give investment advice, bro. 100%. I talk about the stuff that I'm looking at that I will buy. Like, goes up 25%, sell. If you're looking to hold long term, I tell you what ones are good long term and what ones I wouldn't touch long term. What stuff is short term, etc. I'm not going to be available every minute of every day to tell people what exactly to do with their money. This is a live stream. At most, it will be once a day from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is not the power play you think it is, dude. But I have to be honest with you. This is fun. You know what I mean? Stay frosty, my